It's really a good one. Had insightful conversation. So a lot has been said, but briefly, I'll be going a bit further, right? Beyond technical and educational expertise in environmental sustainability, the sector continues to evolve, right? Now, the stage we're at actually entails that both the expertise and educational qualifications are no longer enough. And, success requires a combination, from strategic positioning to visibility to CPD, there's continuous professional development or learning, collaboration, and strong networks. Everything together forms a successful career navigation. Briefly, I'm just going to run through a couple of success factors. Like I said earlier, the position is actually very important because we are having emerging sustainability priorities and opportunities as the day run. Professional visibility via partnerships, funding, and career opportunities are also quite important. Continuous learning, I cannot overstress this because, with the advent of climate change, circular economy, and the sustainability ecosystem, we have evolving policies, technologies, as well as industry practices. Collaboration is absolutely important, and also networking, with professionals, with stakeholders, organizations, and all the relevant bodies within the sector. Innovation and practical action is actually also very important because we consistently need to continue transforming knowledge into scalable solutions. And stakeholder, academia, government, community, all relevant because future of environmental is people, innovation, and action to drive lasting change. Now, we're going to be talking about strategic positioning, right? The early career gets the space. The truth is that knowledge is not enough. Like my other elaborate explained, you need to define your area of interest. You need to build your professional visibility. You need to grow your network, my team members, that's improvement. And how that be through volunteering, internship, professional placement, what have you. We need to constantly be in a place where we are able to take initiatives, stakeholder engagement, stakeholder management, all of that put together would actually ensure that you're properly positioned to take your career to the next level. Now, coming down to Enconverge, why the Enconverge? Why are we here? What are we here for? And I'd quickly like to touch a little bit on the Enconverge advantage. Here we go beyond sharing knowledge, helping students, career professionals to connect the world opportunities, with industry networks, career development pathways, meet stakeholders to drive a sustainable career to the direction where you want to actually make practical sense. We have our digital platform, which is the website. Our portfolio actually encompasses blogs, careers, directory, news, consulting, marketplace, and community. I'm going to just quickly breeze through a couple of what this entails, what some of this portfolio offering entails. But specifically, for the context of our discussion, I'm just going to touch briefly on the professional development and the consulting services. So what we have are two broad spectrum. We have, for the professional development, we have the career profiling service. Within the service, what we have as a list of service offerings encompass career interest and skills assessment, career pathway mapping, skills gap analysis, learning and certification recommendations for early starters, students looking to evolve, with professionals trying to scale through or grow, basically. Industry exposure and networking guidance, and personalize the career action plan. Then on the sustainability advisory, we have suites of services, including sustainability advisory for businesses, organizations, eco-conscious establishments, SMEs. Once for we at Enconverge, we are trying to build that ecosystem where everyone that is striving towards the sustainability area of the ecosystem would have a place, right? So we have the sustainability advisory for businesses, sustainability advisory for household and workplaces. A more recent innovation that we recently deployed, right, is what we call the waste converge, right? It's sort of like a product in development, away of the burden of recyclable waste and other special waste fractions, everyday person to businesses, waste management companies. So it's not just focused on individuals and businesses. It's almost like an end-to-end sort of resolve to help navigate or create that link for people to consistently manage their waste, from collection to down to disposal. More of this information would be circulated after this presentation. Something else is brand visibility and positioning. I mean, we are all familiar and conversant with the state of the country. Nothing is being handed over. Even with our degrees, even with our certifications, there's always the need to go further, right? Create some sort of product, create some sort of brand, because 9 to 5 sometimes isn't sufficient to actually navigate your day-to-day hurdles with the economic situation we find ourselves. So we've gotten to a point where young individuals are kind of like becoming more creative, are becoming more informed, utilizing technology, trying to be more innovative with putting their brand voice out. So it's also part of what we offer in the sustainability advisory, from be it upcycling business, a waste collection business. You need a consulting service, you can reach out to us. We will just run you through processes, have detailed steps to kind of like better through the execution. So that's something that has actually really been forthcoming within our space. Coming to the next steps. Now, you've heard from my great colleagues, you've heard a lot of conversations around how you would navigate from where you are, regardless of the opportunities that you have identified and the opportunities that are available, down to making reasonable impact in the space. Now, we need to connect, we need to learn, we need to grow, and most importantly, these are our handles. Send us an email. You can review more information from our website. The QR code is all on your screen. You can scan it, navigate through our website, go through the service offerings, from our blog articles to our careers tab, to our directory, to our marketplace, to our news tab, to the consulting tab. You just peruse, go through. On the call, we also have our LinkedIn, our Instagram handle, our Twitter, now X. Sorry, I'm still used to, I'm a millennial there, by the way, so I still let's call it Twitter, but it's X now. We have our Facebook and we have our TikTok for the vibes. As a roundup, I would like to just encourage everyone to join this growing network of sustainability professionals, students, researchers, organizations that are committed to driving positive environmental change. It's been a privilege and an honor to be part of this system, to be part of this webinar, to go through these insightful conversations with the entire team. You guys are amazing, right? I know that whilst we may struggle, there's a future, there's a hope in the sustainability environment. We hope to connect better after these conversations, continue the conversations. We have the community. We want to hear from you. We want to grow with you. We want to bring this organization and work towards achieving that sustainable future. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining. And I hope to hear from every one of you. So yeah, thank you.